Once again, very good morning to all of you. I am Benny. Today we are going to start the second chapter of the geography for the class of the 8th. The chapter name is Land, Soil, Water, Natural Vegetation and Wildlife Resources. We are the human being living in the different parts of the world and leading different lives. Why the people in different parts of the world leading the different lives? Answer is simple. Because of the availability of the natural resources. What is the meaning of that? The quality of the land, the quality of the soil, availability of the water, natural vegetation, etc. We know from the nature we are getting the different types of the resources that we are using to satisfy our human needs. Among the different resources, land is the most important natural resource. Only 30% of the total area of the land surface we are getting. And one of the important features in this available land we can see the uneven distribution of the population is that. Some of the areas are sparsely populated. Example, the mountain areas, forest areas, desert areas. Like these areas have the less number of the population. What is the reason for that? Because of the characteristics of the land and the climate. Some of the plain and the river valleys are densely populated. That means the number of the population living there is very large. Because the characteristics of the land and the climate. The land, the soil available there, that is very suitable for the cultivation and the settlement. That is why the people chooses that plain and the river valley area for the settlement. That is why that area become densely populated. Land is used for the different purpose. Example, for the agriculture purpose, for the industrial purpose, for mining purpose, etc. The expansion of the agriculture and the construction activities causing for the land degradation, landslides, soil erosion and the desertification are the major threats we can see today in the environment. So it is very necessary to conserve the land resources by using some of the common methods such as mulching, counter barring, rock dams, terrace farming, intercropping, counter ploughing, shelter belts, etc. Water is very important. The second natural resource, that is the water, is very important natural resource to survive in the earth. And 3/4 of the earth's surface is covered with the water. From this water, only 2.7% is the fresh water. But 70% of this 2.7% of the fresh water is in the form of the ice. So only 1% of the fresh water is available for the different purposes. From this discussion we can understand that the water, there is a need of conserving the water because only 1% of the fresh water is available for the agriculture purpose, industrial purpose and other purposes. Please conserve that. Most of Africa, West Asia, parts of Western Asia, Northwest Mexico, part of South America and entire Australia are facing the problem of the shortage of water. What is biosphere? It is the narrow zone of contact between lithosphere, biosphere, hydrosphere and the atmosphere. There we can see the existence of the natural vegetation and the wildlife. In the biosphere, living beings are interrelated and interdependent on each other. For the survival, this life supporting system is known as the ecosystem. Growing of plants without the help of the human being is known as the natural vegetation. And this natural vegetation classified into 3 different categories. They are forest, grasslands and the shrubs. The areas, they are getting the heavy rainfall. We can see the forest. What are the areas getting the moderate rainfall? We can see the grasslands. And what are the areas are the dry? We can see the shrubs. The human and the natural factors are causing for the destruction of the natural vegetation and wildlife. The conservation of the natural resources, the conservation of the natural vegetation and the wildlife is very necessary. So many countries passed different laws against the trade of the birds and animals as well as the killing of birds and animals. Thank you.